All right, well, I'll call the Board of Public Works meeting for July 1st, 2016 into order. First, we have the reading and approving of the minutes. Do I have a motion to dismiss with the reading and correcting of the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Next, we have the payment of the claims. I did have one question for our city attorney on the payment of the claims. There's one payment we want to hold off on because we haven't received, I believe Chief Meeks, there's some uniforms. You wanted to hold off on the payment, some uniforms, some stuff didn't come in.
Correct.
Can we just go ahead and approve the payment and they can hold it until they're ready to pay that? Or do we have to do anything?
Are they delivered? Yeah, you can hold it. If you haven't received it, would they do invoices to you?
Correct.
And just, you can approve it subject to the chief's receipt and satisfaction of the merchandise.
Okay. About the payment of the claims? Yeah. Okay. Well, motion to accept the payment of claims. And also, about, how would we word that, Pat?
Just whatever claim number you got up there,
Okay.
that
13,811.
one would be, money or check would be subject to the chief's of police approval of the merchandise purchase.
So the motion you'd be looking for is approval of the claims with the exception of, or in addition,
Putting a
Just
hold
maybe
on
it-
the claim number.
it's,
Payment is delivery of the check.
Run,
That's the reason
run.
I said that.
yeah,
Pending receipt and satisfaction of Chief Meeks.
yeah. So if we have.
Very official.
Do we have that in a motion?
That is so moved.
Okay.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Can you tell me what that claim number was?
Yeah. It is.
13811.
13811?
Correct.
All right, next we have the city attorney's report, and we do have a resolution from our city attorney.
Actually, I was presented to you, and I'll give you some background on it. This involves a lot that is described as, I believe, 286 Carbon Street. And it is adjacent to a property that is owned by somebody else. In any event, it is a very short lot. We had it appraised. There were two appraisals. One was $872, and the other one was $900 and $672. If you want to see the appraisals, we have those for you. The resolution is drafted in a way that what I did was I took the two appraisals and divided them and added them up and divided them in half, and the price that you find there is what I think the asking price should be. Now, take into consideration we've got a lot of money wrapped up in it because we've paid for the appraisals, see, and so we don't want to have any more expense. Hopefully, we have to advertise it after today, And then the clerk treasurer can take bids on a daily basis after that. If there are other adjacent landowners who want to bid on it, then from day to day, they can conduct a sale based upon them getting together and outbidding each other. However, as I am told, that is not anticipated. I also put a provision in there that you could authorize the mayor to sign and convey the property by deed. I was anticipating that that might happen at a time that wasn't relatively close to a Board of Works meeting. However, I've got a deed prepared for all three of you to sign if it's pretty close. So in any event, that's the history of the project. And like I say, it's been time consuming and everything else to get it accomplished. But and there's a lot of hoops you have to jump through when you got publicly owned property. But that's where you are. Do you have any questions?
Pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Other than that? Okay. I would accept a motion to pass resolution 9, 2016.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. So, yeah, we can go ahead and sign this. All right, moving on to old business. We have no old business. So, under new business, we have a road closure request from the St. Charles Catholic Church for the bazaar, I believe. Is there anyone here from the church want to speak about this? Okay. This is for their annual bazaar that they have. I don't know if anyone's been to the St. Charles Borromeo Catholic Church. How you say it?
Borromeo.
Borromeo. Gotcha. Letter says it would be held on Saturday, September 10th, 2016, from 8 to 8 p.m. It's the section of West 5th Street, yeah,
Cass between
Yeah.
West 5th Street and West 6th Street.
gotcha. Yep.
And the alley between those two streets as well.
Yeah. I think that's where they've had it closed off before, all right? Is there any concerns or any questions about the closure for Saturday, September 10th, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.?
I know they've done this for several years, and to my knowledge, we've never had any problems with it. I know they've always hired a sheriff's deputy to kind of man that area through the night, and to my knowledge, no citizen complaints ever.
Okay.
And it seems like they run it well and do a great job.
Anything else?
I agree. Fire department would just like to request that somebody be on site to be able to dedicate the barricade detail if we have an emergency or something like that.
Gotcha. All right. Do you know, Chief Meeks, is that the case in the years past? They have people there to move barricades?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not positive.
Yeah.
But typically if we get to the scene, we'll move it for the fire department. And I know a lot of times we can be first on the scene, but I'm not sure if there's ever been a dedicated person before. But I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
So.
And we can notify them, let them know that we need to know that there's somebody that be on the ready in case of emergency to move the barricades to let emergency vehicles access. Anything else? Okay. Take a motion to accept the road closure request for St. Charles Catholic Church on September 10th, 2016, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Next on the agenda is the road closure request from Our Father's Library, Clara Bourne. Carla, I'm sorry.
Do I need to come up to the mic or?
Sure, can you just let us know?
Yeah, from 1 to 3 p.m. on July 16th, to have just the section of the road on Second Street closed in front of the library. I know they have the dialysis center across the street, so we don't want to block off their entry for obvious reasons. But we are having our closing ceremony, and they have arranged to have the Batmobile come in because we did a superhero theme. And so we want the kids to safely be able to see the car and to come into the library for that.
Gotcha. Okay. And so it's not going to be blocking off the dialysis patients or anything?
Yeah, we just want the section directly in front of the library, so both of their entrances and exits will be open. So
Okay.
that's just that little section of the block right there. So.
Okay. So it would be the westmost part of the block?
I believe so,
Okay.
yeah.
Is there any questions for?
Any foreseeable issues with that from the police department or the fire department?
How much distance in front of your building is it? Is it just directly in front of your business? Because what I'm concerned about is
Yeah.
if a car comes westbound, are they going to need to go around your barricade into that east lane and then come back into the west lane? Is that what we're kind of looking at? Or do we want to go maybe back a half a block and block maybe that complete west lane where maybe they have to turn into Ace Hardware and go through there? Not that Ace Hardware probably wants to endure that, but it's 2 hours on a Saturday. I wouldn't think that street's that busy anyways. My concern is just that they would go in the eastbound lane when they're going westbound, because cars may come off of Miami Street.
Yeah,
And
we don't have any parking really, so we just have a few, like 3 spots there. So we were just looking, obviously the owner of the Batmobile wants it to be protected somewhat, and we want the kids to be safe to look at it. So we just wanted it, right there in front of the library.
So you're wanting both lanes, that's the way I'm understanding, right? I mean,
Whatever works
because if
out
you got
best for the
kids walking out
city.
there, I mean, I would assume having both of those lanes blocked off.
That would probably be the best if it's
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
Because there's a parking lane there. We block that parking lane. That'd be a lot easier,
I don't think so. And I mean, unless I guess just one question too. Are we sure that the dialysis center is open from 1 to 3 on Saturdays? Do we know that?
That I do not know. I do not know if they have emergency services available. I know I've seen cars there at odd times, so I'm not sure what their hours are.
What he and I were just talking about was the possibility of blocking off those parking spaces on Miami Street. Okay, so because your building is long enough, you've got almost a half a block there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's not all ours, but the back portion belongs to Mr. Van Balen.
Well, but I mean,
Yeah.
as far as a Saturday.
There's nobody in the back part of the
Right,
Yeah.
wouldn't that be better for you than going to Second Street?
There are trees there, which I recently had one fall on my car. So
Okay.
I don't know if the guy that owns the car would want to park under those trees.
All right.
Which it was quite a spectacle, so I don't think he'd like that.
Yeah.
We're really not trying to make this difficult.
No,
So
I
I hope
understand.
you're not taking it.
No.
So were you just want the single lane blocked off, or were you wanting both lanes of that street blocked off?
The single lane will work.
Okay.
Like I said, it's just for the car, and so the kids can be safe to look at it. So the single lane would probably work fine.
I guess my suggestion would be to block off that whole half block rather than just in front of the business, because like I said, you're gonna have cars going around that Batmobile and then trying to make that turn onto Miami or going across Miami Street. So I would think it'd be better to block them there and make them alter their route completely.
Not only
Be a
that,
lot
how many
safer.
people are gonna turn there and go, oh?
Yeah. Good point.
And I mean, this is also weather dependent because he refuses to bring the car out if it's terribly raining. So,
Okay, super. He was just saying that the clinic is closed from 1 to 3 on Saturday, so.
okay.
At
Okay.
least that's
Excellent.
on the phone.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
we should be good to go. So I don't even know if we want to block off both lanes. that whole half block.
I think
Yeah.
transfer store.
Okay.
I'm thinking.
But like I said, it's weather dependent, so if it's stormy and horrible that day, you don't have to worry about it.
Is
So,
that just half?
that's what he just
I mean, it's
emailed
not
me.
even half the block. I mean, there's the block, and you're talking about just in front of their stores, not even. Let's see.
So we do the
Like
2
right
lanes
there.
for half the block?
Well, now there's like apartments right there.
Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the
Yeah.
business next to us isn't open on Saturday, so.
Right. And it looks like if you were to block off what's in front of your building, that would give you a decent amount
Oh,
to
yeah.
have a car there. And
Yeah.
it doesn't look like that's gonna constrain much of anything there.
Okay.
What do you think, chief?
I think that whole half block would be great. It could be better for them, gives them more room. Let's Batman.
I'll call you.
Do his thing.
Yeah.
Wander around a little bit.
Yeah.
This is the first year we've ever done anything like this, so we don't even know, what our attendance is gonna be, but we're trying to hype it up a little bit, so.
Nice.
Gotcha. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
So, 1 to 3, July 16th.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to do both lanes just in front of our store? Is that what we're?
Half block,
Or-
both lanes. Yeah.
Sounds
Okay.
great.
All right. A motion to accept the road closure request for our Father's Library on July 16th from 1 to 3 would be in order.
So moved?
Do you want to put in half block? Gotcha.
Specifically close both lanes for half a block in front of the building?
Yeah.
So moved.
All right. And a second.
Oh, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Next, we have a road closure request from Mr. Tom Guston for the Prue Circus Festival Band. Anybody from the Prue Circus Festival Band? Nope. Okay. I don't know if,
Yeah, there was a request in there.
yeah, where is it?
Right there.
Yeah, okay. Request to close Main Street between 5th and 6th, or, sorry, 5th and,
Miami Street between 5th and Main.
Miami Street, gotcha. By the old firehouse, July 6th. Chance to pick up the barricades, the traffic department. Is this something we've done before, do you know?
It is, yeah. I know that they play there. I think that's just prior to that, well, obviously it's about 2 weeks prior to the circus. I think they always have that
Practice.
one night that they perform. But yeah, they block that off for seating. Bring lawn chairs, sit out there in the street. Once again, I don't know of any issues or problems we've ever had, especially, I don't know if they did it back to the fire department was there or not, but no issues that I can recall at all.
Gotcha.
Great event.
Okay.
Did they have a time frame, Mayor?
6 PM.
9 p.m.
And should be done by 9 PM, 6 to 9. Any questions or concerns from anyone? All right. So a motion to accept the road closure request by the Prue Circus Festival Band for July 6th from 6 PM to 9 PM on Miami Street between 5th and 6th would be in order.
Between 5th and Main.
I'm sorry, 5th and May.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Next, we have a lease proposal by Bill McQueen. We have Dave from the street department here. I don't know if, Dave, you want to tell us a little bit about this lease?
Buy new garbage trucks, and we want to roll that over, keep it going to buy this new one. It's a 2017 Freightliner. It has a 20-yard Loadmaster packer mounted on the back of it.
You guys have copies of it? And we updated quotes a little bit less. Okay. Do we have any questions from our legal or city clerk on this?
So these are 3-year, every 3 years you guys do a new lease?
I believe it's every 5.
5?
Yeah.
They've recently paid one off, so they're just gonna keep going. I know Bill did negotiate the price down $1,000 by trading in something that was otherwise junk, so he got an extra $1,000 off. So you'll see it in your copies. There was the original quote, and then I
Right.
wrote in there
The updated.
the updated, yes.
I'd assume this is already in the budget.
Excuse me?
I'd assume this has already been budgeted for this, right?
Sir, do you have any comment, Pat?
Well, the only thing that concerns me is that the amount of total value is $139,621. And you've only got one quote. Did you ask for 3?
I believe he got more than one quote, and that's the lowest quote.
Well, I don't want to delay things, but this is the first that I've seen it. And the only thing that I'm concerned about is seeing the other quotes and making sure that that falls within it. So your top angle at doing quotes is usually sometimes they have to be bid because of the value. And but the appropriation here, if I understand it, is you're leasing it. What is the total leasing price per year?
Kat, I gave you my copy. Is there
Yeah,
a payment
well-
schedule on there?
The equipment cost. Okay, are you buying it outright or are you leasing it? It looked.
It's a lease plan. I thought the payment plan was on there. I don't
I
have it
think
with
it
me.
is. I think I think the payment schedule is on there, guys.
Let's see.
There's one that has a box at the top.
Oh, 3
Well,
years,
yeah,
payments,
but it-
3 at 49,000,
There you go.
5 years, 5 at 30,000. Interest rate, 2.76 or 2.97.
For that?
What has happened is he's always carried over in the budget when, as soon as he pays one off, he's ready to do another one. So it has been in the budget up until now. So he's hoping to carry it through to the next budget.
Well, basically says that if you elect to do the 3-year, is that what they're recommending?
5
I
years.
think we're
No, I
just
think
going
he's
for
Five?
looking at a
5.
5-year,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, so if he does the 5, he's got to have 30,496 for this year.
Which
Does he have
he
that?
does.
Okay.